So, when it comes to the government, they love two things. They love to spend your money on migrants, and they love to keep secrets. But when they get to do both at the same time, that seems to get the government very excited. Because we have this question here from Lord MP, and we'll get onto in a moment as to why that's important. But this is absolutely insane, because he wants to ask His Majesty's government what grants they have given to non-government organisations and other groups, assisting those seeking asylum in the UK. And he wanted this information over the past 3 years. Essentially, long story short, what non-government organisations have been helping asylum seekers? Specifically, who's been getting the grants? Who's been getting the thousands of pounds from essentially the UK taxpayer? And the response, right? So bear in mind, this is a lord and a life peer as well. So he really should be able to get an answer. But we got Lord Hanson of Flint. They're all best mates, they are. They're all best mates behind the scenes. But he says the requested information could only be collated and verified through manual checks by all grant-making policy teams, which is something that could only be done at a disproportionate cost. And it's something that we've seen on the channel quite often, where they hide behind this disproportionate cost. Sorry, I'm just trying to highlight it. And with that cost, right, where you ask them a reasonable question and they say, it's going to cost us too much money. We're happy to spend it. That's not an issue. Guys, come on. I mean, they're more than happy to spend it on these groups. And in fact, the list must be that long that it's going to cost too much money to get the list. Now, how long is this list? Absolutely insane. But they're more than happy to spend the money on that. But when a lord asks a question, they still fob him off. Do you know what I mean? Like when I ask from a freedom of information standpoint, when I ask a question and they fob me off with this disproportionate cost, I sort of think to myself, to them, I'm just a random person online. But this is a lord within the government, a life peer, and he wants to know what the government are doing, and they say, sorry mate, can't tell you. Can't tell you that. You're not on the guest list, so to speak. And like I said, it's really shocking, because if this guy can't get information, who can? Is it really that restricted that we can't find out basic information? And not only that, right? Any other day of the week, right? Full well the government are more than happy to spend money. They'll spend money just to spend money. Do you know what I mean? Like, they'll have meetings about money that they'll end up spending more money. They just love it. They can't get enough of it. They're like my ex. And probably similar to your ex as well. They just can't stop spending money. But all of a sudden, whoa, come on. We got little Dave Ramsey of Flint in the house. The financial guru. Not going to spend a penny over budget now. It's just crazy. So like I said, if you're a clown online, the government hate to give you information. But even if you rise through the ranks, become a lord and a life peer, they still don't want to give you the information. What on earth are they hiding? And why are they giving grants to non-government organisations to help asylum seekers and then not tell us where it's gone, how much has been spent, what it's been spent on, how much money is left, and how much money is going to be spent over the next 3 years? All of that information, it's just, come on, disproportionate cost. We're the government. We love saving money. It's awful. Honestly, they are worse than my ex. But if you enjoyed this daily Clown World video, then I would highly recommend to become one of the 63,814 subscribers.
This country has gone crazy.